Welcome to day 2 of the 2020 program. Today is an upper body day, so we will have 6 upper body exercises, all supersetted, and a little finisher at the end. We're going to be using a bench and also a set of dumbbells. I've also got a barbell for bicep curls, but if you don't have a barbell, it's totally fine to use dumbbells for that exercise. It's just going to be that one. Same with the bench. I'll be using a bench, but if you don't have a bench, you can just use a chair or just lay on the floor. So let's get into some arm swings first of all. Right arm backwards, switching over to your left arm. And then we're going to go into some upper back stretches, so just pulsing backwards. Do a little pulse each time, really squeezing through the traps here, engaging those upper back muscles. You will also notice that I am doing voiceover for the first few minutes of this because my camera didn't record the first little bit, but it will actually kick in properly after 4 minutes. Alright, so let's get into it here. Our first exercise today is going to be a lying bench press. So laying down, grab your dumbbells. If you don't have that, then hop onto your chair and just go exactly like this with your upper back on the bench. Otherwise, if you've got a bench, we're coming down and laying flat, dumbbells up. Now breathing in and then breathing out as you push to the top here. You're wanting to create a right angle with each of your arms as you come down. So slow and controlled, right through each rep here. All right, our next exercise, we are going into bent over rows. So we've got both dumbbells, nice flat back here. You can see with my back, it's fully straight. So we're just pulling those elbows back, nice and parallel to one another. Slight squeeze up the top. And a quick little rest before moving straight back into that lying bench press once again. All right, picking up your dumbbells. Now this is how you would do it if you have just got a chair at home. So have your upper back on the bench just like you would with, say, a hip thrust. And it's the exact same movement. Pushing right to the top here, we've got 8 reps all up. All right, and then coming through straight into those bent over rows. Eyes up, chest up, elbows going directly back, and making sure that core is engaged the whole time as well. Little rest once again before we get straight back into those lying bench press. You can increase the weight there as well if you want, but we're not aiming to fully exert ourselves with extreme weights. You'll notice that I generally sit around like the moderate weight mark. 4 to go. 2, 1. Up into those rows. Hinge at the hips. Nice flat back. And pull those elbows back. Last 2. And 1. One more round here after a short little break. You're welcome to go a little bit heavier,
But like I said in the first video, it's not about going all out with your weights. We can gradually build on that throughout the whole series. Let's go. Last one here. 4 to go. 2, 1. Coming over for your bent over rows. 2, 1. Perfect. That one's all done. Our second two, we have got shoulder press and then a bicep curl. So our shoulder press will be with a set of dumbbells, standing. Now, standing does generally take a little bit more strength because you don't have that support as if you're sitting down. So you may find that you can't go quite as heavy standing as if you were in a seated shoulder press. Last 2 and 1. And then we're going straight into a bicep curl. So for your bicep curl, we're keeping those elbows tucked in at the waist, driving up. We're not swinging. Nice and slow on the way down. Halfway. Last 2. And 1. Little break in between. I'll show you the next set with dumbbells. But yeah, dumbbells or barbell for that one, absolutely fine. Grabbing a drink if you need as well. Short rest and let's get back into it. Straight back into that shoulder press. Core is braced, arms up, 90-degree angle once again. Last 2. Grabbing that dumbbell. Actually, nope. Dumbbell. Grabbing your dumbbells. Showing you this time with the dumbbells. Same thing though. Keeping the elbows tucked in at the sides. Driving up. Last 2. Short break in between. All right, straight into the shoulder press once again. Last 2. Bicep curls. Eight reps here. Breathing out as you lift up. So that challenging part of the lift, you're breathing out, breathing in as you come down. 2, 1. Little rest. And then we're straight back into it. One more round here before we move into our next 2 exercises. All right, let's go. Shoulder press, first up. Core is braced. Slow and controlled. Bicep curls, 8 reps, let's go. 2. 4 to go. 3, 2, and 1. All right, on to our last 2 exercises here. We are going for tricep dips. Now, once again, if you do not have a bench, it's absolutely fine to do this on a chair. It's perfect, it's exactly the same movement. All right, coming out. And for this one, we really want to be almost grazing our back on the bench or chair as we come down. So getting nice and close. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're supersetting that one with shoulder taps. So coming down to the ground, up on our toes here, tapping through the shoulders. This one is not a race. Take your time. Try not to swing your hips, keeping the hips nice and still. And we do that by really bracing that core. 4, 3, 2, 1. Little break in between. And now with this one, your tricep dips, the further you have your feet out away from you, the harder it's going to be. The closer they are, the easier it is. So if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, just take one little step out with your feet. Now you also want to keep your elbows parallel here. Don't let them flare out. Keep them tucked in towards the sides as you drop down. Back into our shoulder taps. Let's go. If you need to, you can also drop like this with your knees down. Just makes it a little bit easier, but otherwise, up on your toes. Breathing through it and keeping those hips nice and still. Last 2, 1. Two down, 2 to go here. All right, straight back into it. Let's go. 8 reps. 3, 2, 1. Down to the floor. Let's go. Halfway. One more round here. Have a drink if you need to. All right, ready? Big deep breath. Let's go. Breathe out as you're coming up. Last 3, 2, 1. Shoulder taps. Down to the ground. Feet planted, hands planted. 10 to go. And 1. Solid effort with those ones. All right. Little finisher, we are going to add in some kettlebell swings. If you don't have a kettlebell, just swinging a dumbbell works perfectly fine. Same sort of motion. All right, so wide stance with the hips, shoulders back, and let's swing. Just up to eye height, we're not going overhead. Drive through the hips at the top. Five to go. One. Having a break. We're going to do 2 more sets here with these kettlebell swings or dumbbell. I'll show you with a dumbbell next. Little break in between. Catch your breath. All right. Let's go. Six to go. Breathing out at the top. And 1. We've got 1 more here. And then we're done for the day. Little rest. Heart rate's up. 165, my heart rate is. All right, last set here. Little burner at the end. I'm going with the dumbbell, a little bit heavier. I mean, kettlebell. Keep driving through those hips. Squeeze the glutes. 5 to go, this is the longest set. 2, 1. All done. Solid burner. All right, day 2 is finished. I will see you tomorrow for day 3, which is going to be a core focused day. So a little bit less high intensity, but still a burner nonetheless. See you tomorrow.